pork in coconut milk with the squash vegetables. Look at that one, mga cooking ina. It smells good and it is yummy. Hello everybody! Welcome back to my channel, Cooking Ina Siargao. In this video, I am going to share how I make pork and coconut milk with squash. And the ingredient we need for our pork in coconut milk with squash are pork, onions, spring onions, green chili, of course our coconut milk, ground black pepper, garlic, lemongrass, ginger, and pork cubes, and of course our squash vegetables, and some salt and oil to fry in. So let's cook, mga cooking ina. We're trying to be healthy with our squash with a lot of vitamin A, right, mga cooking ina? So let's start. Join with me. You're very welcome. Watch while we're making our recipe called pork in coconut milk with the squash vegetables. So first, we're going to heat our wok or our frying pan. We're going to add oil. We're just estimate the oil that we need, mga cooking ina. Maybe 3 tablespoons of oil. After the oil, we're going to add our ginger. Mga cooking ina. Next, we're going to add our onion. Then we're going to add our garlic. You know, mga cooking ina, the smell with the ginger, onion, and garlic, it smells good in our kitchen. Right, mga cooking ina? Then, we're going to add our pork, mga cooking ina. This is 2 kilos of pork, mga cooking ina. I did because, you know, my boys, they are teenagers, mga bagets, so they like food. So then we're going to mix this, mga cooking ina. After we put our pork, we're going to add our salt. Mga cooking ina. We estimate first our salt, how much we need, and it's depending on the taste of your family as well, mga cooking ina, right? So, we'll mix this, and we cover this one, mga cooking ina. We let it cook for like 15 minutes, and then we're going to add our squash vegetables after 15 minutes. We let it cook our pork meat, mga cooking ina. And now, after 15 minutes, we cook our pork. We're going to check, mga cooking ina. Oh, yay. Look at that one. It smells good, mga cooking ina. We're going to mix, mga cooking ina. Then, we're going to add our lemongrass, mga cooking ina. And our ground black pepper. We add our ground black pepper and we add our pork cubes. Mga cooking ina. We add our pork cubes. Then we mix, mga cooking ina. It's very good, mga cooking ina. It smells good. Then, we're going now to add our squash vegetables. We add. Then, we mix mga cooking ina. Then, we're going to add our coconut milk. The coconut milk here in Sweden, mga cooking ina, it's like this. You see that? What I do, I need to separate. I just set aside the coconut cream so that the coconut milk will come out. Look, mga cooking ina. That's the coconut milk. And then, you see that the coconut cream is just in there. So, later, after our recipe is ready, we're going to add last our coconut cream. Then, we mix mga cooking ina. So, we're going to cover again and we let it cook, mga cooking ina, so that our squash also will be cooked well because it will be more tasty to the soup if the squash will mix to our soup, mga cooking ina. Now, mga cooking ina, we're going to check our pork and coconut milk with the squash vegetables, mga cooking ina. Look, mga cooking ina. It smells good, mga cooking ina. You know the lemongrass? I like the smell of the lemongrass, mga cooking ina. You see that, mga cooking ina? Our squash vegetables, it's getting mashed and then mixed to our soup. That's the one I love in this recipe, mga cooking ina. The squash, if it's become mashed and mixed into our soup, it's very good. Especially our kids na they don't like to eat vegetables. So, mga cooking ina, we need to be wise for the health of our children, right? Mga cooking ina, we need to be smart because mommies, mamas, nanay want to be healthy our children. So, if you don't like vegetables, we need to find way how we trick them so that we can eat vegetables because it's very important that our children will eat the vegetables too, mga cooking ina. So look at that one, mga cooking ina. Our squash vegetables, you cannot see it now because it was mashed and then mixed to our soup, mga cooking ina. So now, mga cooking ina, we're going to add our green chili or paprika, mga cooking ina. We do like this. And then we mix. You know, mga cooking ina, squash is a lot of vitamin A. Vitamin A, mga cooking ina. And of course, the chili is vitamin C as well. So now, mga cooking ina, we're going na to add our coconut cream. Mga cooking ina, look at the coconut cream. That's the coconut cream, mga cooking ina. So, then, we're going to mix our coconut cream, our pork in coconut milk with the squash vegetables. It's ready, mga cooking ina. Look how creamy. Look, mga cooking ina. It's creamy. Right? Diba, mga cooking ina? And now we're going to add our spring onions. Half of this, mga cooking ina, because we're going pa to garnish the rest of our spring onions in our plate. So now, look, it's ready. It's ready, our pork in coconut milk with the squash vegetables, mga cooking ina. Now let's plate our pork and coconut milk with the squash vegetables, mga cooking ina. So, look, we do like this. Look, uy, uy, uy. See, mga cooking ina. Then, so, we're going to arrange into our plating plate, mga cooking ina. So, look, it smells good. So, then we're going to garnish the half of our spring onions. We're going to sprinkle here, mga cooking ina, so that it's look more pretty, more beautiful our food, mga cooking ina. So now, mga cooking ina, look, it's ready, our pork in coconut milk with the squash vegetables. Look at that one, mga cooking ina. It smells good and it is yummy, mga cooking ina. I hope you will try this recipe for your family as well, mga cooking ina, because this is healthy and it is so yummy, mga cooking ina. And thank you very much for joining me here again in my kitchen. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and press the bell button for your notification. Bye! God bless everyone!